Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Coffee and Collaboration. Your host, Kimberly Winborn, will show you the power of proactive networking. Grab your coffee and let's get started.
This is Kimberly Winborn of Coffee and Collaborations, and I am here with Janacy Armstrong. We're here in Fayetteville, all the way in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we had an event today. It was a book signing for a lovely author, Silnettra Barnhill, and we had it here at In His Presence, downtown Fayetteville. It's called In His Presence Coffee, Books, and More. You got to come over. And I'm standing here with the owner. They just opened. And so I want her to tell you about the vision for In His Presence when they opened, and then how you can come and enjoy an afternoon, evening, or whatever is here to offer. And she's going to let you know. So thank you for welcoming us to your location, Janacy.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I'm so excited that you guys had a great time today and to meet the new author. And so In His Presence opened its doors on May the 1st. And May the 1st was the day where the vision came to life.
Yes.
And the vision that we had was to offer a Christian family-friendly environment to enjoy not only coffee but also books that will empower families to gather together in a place where they feel safe. So here it's safe to listen to worship music. It's safe to come and read your Bible at the same time that you're enjoying a cup of coffee. In addition to that, we support local ministries to fight against human trafficking, to help the foster care system. And the way that we do that is that all of our donated books, 100% of those profits go to fight against human trafficking. So we are partnering with local ministries that are locally fighting against human trafficking. They're helping the foster care teenagers, especially those aging out of the system, females with children, and that's our goal, to be able to, from here, change the community and then the world, one cup of coffee and one book at a time.
Wow, I love that.
Thank
See,
you.
I don't think I knew the whole backstory and the vision, which is purpose. For this. Everything is always a bigger picture, guys. Like, I talk about that all the time. And so thank you for sharing that. So what is a specialty here? Like, if I come here for coffee, what do I need to get?
Well, one of our best sellers is the Farmer's Chocolate.
Okay.
And that is a chocolate coffee drink made with the most beautiful creamy milk, locally sourced from farmers here that we buy straight from the downtown market, which is across the street from us, and it's from Happy Cows. So milk from Happy Cows make a creamy chocolate drink, and it's a favorite, either hot, over ice, or blended. People love the chocolate.
Oh, wow. Okay, so guys, you have to come over here and get that specialty drink. But the people upstairs, the people who are here for the event, raved about the coffee. I don't know if they got the chocolate, but they raved about the coffee and the location. Everyone raved about the location as well. So you guys got to come downtown Fayetteville, look for the red door.
Yes.
And it is located where?
123 Anderson Street, in the corner of All Street and Anderson.
Perfect location. Parking right across the street.
Yes.
Great access. So thank you, Janacy,
Thank you so much.
for everything. And you know I'll be back. Coffee and collaborations will definitely be back.
We'll be missing you.
So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I did it. You did it. So welcome to the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. I'm sitting here with Silnettra Barnhill, the author, first-time published author, self-published author of an amazing work. She has put together a book that tells her story, but also accompanying that is her poetry, poems that she has created. She has been inspired to create, to share with each and every one of us. And I told her earlier, because I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina right now, and we had her book signing today. And I told her that and you guys have heard me say this before, one of my favorite poems is Our Deepest Fear, and that somebody is waiting for each and every one of us to shine, to just step out, step up, and be a light. And that is exactly what she did with this book. Now she has given somebody else permission to do the same. So it could be you who's listening, it could be you who is sitting on a project, sitting on an idea, sitting on a vision, because you've been told your entire life that you can't do it. But somebody like Silnettra is here to tell you that you can do it. So I just want to say welcome to the show. I am honored to be sitting here with Silnettra. I met her not too long ago, and my mom and I immediately were like, this woman is somebody we want to be connected to. So I'm so glad that you reached back out to me to allow me to be a part of your day today. So
hello everybody. I'm honored to be here with Miss Kim today, and like she mentioned, we just had my book signing, and all I wanted to do with pretty much all my life is be able to help somebody else, and that's exactly what I did in this book. Motivation and inspiration is my motto. You got to be able to motivate somebody to live their life, live their dream. If you can't inspire somebody to do something today to be able to make a difference tomorrow, you haven't done your job.
right.
So that's my point in this book, be able to motivate. I talk a lot about dreams, living your dreams. As a child, I was always wanting to be just like my mother. And she was one that no matter what she went through so much stuff as I was growing up. And no matter what she went through, she never gave up. She always persevered. She ended up getting her associate's degree. And I was so proud of her because she raised us as a single parent. She went through and no matter what we went through, she was always having a smile on her face. And I always looked up to her. And that's where I get my motivation and inspiration when I talk about living your dreams and being motivated to inspire to reach to your next level. Because despite what you're going through, despite your circumstances, you can do it. And if you can't take anything else out of my book, I want you to be able to take this, that in the midst of your trials, don't look at your circumstance. Look at where you're going. Look at what you can be. Look at what you're inspiring to be. Take that little piece right there and go with it and make it blossom, because somebody else is looking at you. They're looking at you and what you're going through, and they'll be able to look at you and say that they made it.
That's right. That's right. And so speaking of that book, you have to tell us the name of the book and then what inspired you to write that book.
Well, the name of my book is Unveiling the Shadow Beyond the Counterfeit Image. And the inspiration behind this is sometimes going through life, we pretend and put on all these masks, and we live behind what you call the shadow, where people people really don't see, the true you, because you put on all these hats trying to be something that somebody else wants you to be like. So that was the inspiration behind this book. You taking off that shadow and showing your authentic self and being able to inspire somebody else through what you're going through.
That's so real. And I challenge everybody that's listening to really absorb that. Like, how many of you have been living your life behind a shadow? I know so many people that are struggling with being authentic, being okay with being their true selves. And as a result, they stay stuck, maybe in a career, stay stuck maybe in entrepreneurship, in their marriage, in their friendship. So I want them to really hear what you said now and what you said earlier, like to really hear that and take that and run with it. Guys, the event was absolutely amazing. It was amazing. And you guys can access her book on Amazon.com. And like she said, the name of it is Unveiling the Shadow Beyond the Counterfeit Image. Get your hands on that book. And I want you to tell people just a little bit about being authentic to you and what showed up for you as a result of getting from behind the shadow.
Well, as I was growing up as a child, there was a lot of things that I've experienced in my life. When I was 5 years old, I was involved in a car accident and, relearning how to do all my daily living skills, and listening to people tell you that you can't do anything as a result of that. Also, when you are in a small town where not many people evolve beyond the small town, it's like the dreams are at a standstill. And so what I wanted to do was be like one of the first people within my community, you know, to be able to excel above that. So my shadow, you know, was, you know, some of the pain and the hardships I dealt with as a child. You know, just coming from beyond that and showing them what I truly can do. I love to write poetry. I also own, you know, my own pediatric little business that I'm starting up, Way to Learn LLC. And I'm also an author, and I'm also an occupational therapist. So it's like I'm trying to create all these platforms to show people that despite all the pain and, you know, the hurt that you go through in life, don't let that stop you. Don't let it stop you. Just take what you want as your dream and go and soar with that.
You absolutely are doing it. You're not trying. You are. You have stepped beyond the shadow. So I know that there's someone out there that wants to follow you and wants to follow your journey, learn a little bit more about you. So where can we connect with you on social media?
On Facebook, I'm Silnettra Barnhill, and then parentheses, Vivid the Poet. And on Instagram, I'm Silnettra, and Snapchat, Quiet Love 1984. And let me talk a little bit about this Vivid the Poet. So I'm a poet by nature, and I love to write poetry. And I created the name Vivid the Poet because vivid describes somebody who's very colorful. Whenever I get up and I say my poetry, you know, you never know. I do a lot of metaphors in mine, and I always do something that can, you know, relate, not like the ordinary. So when you say vivid, you think of somebody that's inspirational. You think of somebody who's colorful, somebody that has meaning and purpose. And so I thought that word described me great. And so that's where Vivid the Poet. And I also got a website called vividthepoet.com, so check that out.
All right, so that's Silnettra Barnhill, in case you need the spelling. So thank you for listening to the show this morning. Please check us out at www.coffeeandcollaborations.com and make sure to follow Silnettra, check out her book, see what she has coming up, because I know it's going to be exciting. There's going to be another launch, another book signing soon. And so stay up to date, stay in the know by following Coffee and Collaborations on Facebook and Instagram. Have a great rest of the day and a great rest of your week. And go out there and be a light. Make sure to shine bright. I truly enjoyed the conversation that I had with Silnettra. We decided to do the recording of the show outside. I don't know if you heard the birds that joined us, but it was a beautiful day. We were surrounded by birds and we were surrounded by nature, and we had such a lovely time. And I just wanted to play a little bit more of our conversation where we started off the show kind of chit-chatting, and I just hit record because she was just dropping some good information, and I was like, I'm gonna record this because people need to hear her heart. So enjoy a little bit more here from Silnettra Barnhill, new author of Unveiling the Shadow Beyond the Counterfeit Image. How long ago was it that you started writing?
I've been writing about a good 2-3 years now.
Really? So
yeah,
fairly new. Yeah. So I mean, it's people that have been writing their whole lives though that don't have a book or didn't feel the courage to put it together. What was it, between March and now you put that book together?
Mm-hmm. And even one person I worked with back in 2015, I paid for her course to take it, and I would always procrastinate. I was like, man, I don't know where I want to go with this. I don't know where I want to go. I was putting all these ideas together, and I just quit. And I quit for 2 years, and then I jumped back on it after I met these ladies at an entrepreneurship workshop.
Okay.
And I actually saw what they was doing, and they was like, man, you can do this. Live your dream. You know, don't, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And from then on, I was like, man, I could do this.